Alright, here it is in a nutshell. This is their chart. Okay? Of course it's important to recognize sin. Of course it's important to recognize sin. It's the primary duty of the Christian to have a deeper and deeper knowledge of your sinfulness. Okay? This is it. So basically, conversion starts here for both unbelievers and believers. And as they move forward, there's no difference in the person that's, say, conversion, that's a lie. You got to define the words. And I don't know how I'm going to break all this down. One of the things you got to do before you, if you're going to listen to other people and not study by the Bible for yourself, and this is one of the things I'm going to point out, you have got to know what their definition of every word is. The Protestant definition of the word conversion, as well as new birth, only has to do with an ability to perceive. Period. If you're born again, you can see the kingdom. David Pallison's book, Seeing with New Eyes, is all predicated on this false gospel. Okay? They even have their own chart that has to do with what happens when this isn't your goal. See the gray area here? This represents, again, the Heidelberg Disputation. This gray area right here represents, as a Christian, you having any merit whatsoever. Thinking that you can do anything good makes you less of a sinner and makes what smaller? This is their chart. I didn't make up these charts. These are their charts. Okay? Now, what's growing? Us or the cross? Right. If you find yourself in contemporary biblical counseling, especially married couples, their view is that you cannot be helped unless you buy into this construct. And the first thing they're going to do is go on a fishing expedition to determine which spouse will eventually buy into this or not buy into this. And if one of the spouse obviously is going to look at this and say, "Are you nuts?" they're going to split up. Okay? They're going to split up that marriage because they think it their duty to minister to the one who is teachable and that they know will eventually buy into this construct. Everybody who goes into this counseling assumes they're going there for personal change, and they're not. Okay? Here it is in a nutshell. Okay? It's perpetual death and rebirth. It's preaching the gospel to yourself. It's, as Dr. Michael Horton says, a perpetual revisiting of the gospel afresh. And basically you keep doing that, and that enables you, as you see your sinfulness more and more and more, okay, your ability to see future glory is increased more and more. John Piper wrote a book, Future Glory. It's all predicated on this. The only change that takes place in the Christian life is an ability to see and experience future glory and has nothing to do with anything that you do, which of course throws away the whole rewards for love in the Bema judgment by Christ. Okay? Then we all stand in one big honking judgment at the end of the time, at the end of the ages, and those who came to a point where they didn't believe that there's anything good in them or that they had any ability whatsoever, they go to heaven and everybody else goes to hell. But any professing Christian at this final judgment who thinks they could do any good work at all and believed that their good works are not evil, they're going to hell. That's Martin Luther's mortal sin. And mortal sin does not qualify to be forgiven in the institutional church by the priests or the Reformed elder. Okay? Now, not all that long ago, a couple years ago, Pastor Tim Keller got all kinds of heck for suggesting that Christians ought to repent and ask for forgiveness for their good works. And he got a lot of beef for that. That's Protestantism. That's right out of the Heidelberg Disputation.